All right, guys. It is time. And oh my god, we've actually got a Masters 2 / kind of low GM level game here. One player much lower than the other, but still very high level matchup. Let's go into game 4 of this week's iCast, your freaking awesome replays. It is, of course, the Down and Dirty Challenge, where players were not allowed to go above 35 workers. Up here in the top right, in the red, it's ESERL and ecstasy. Guys, don't take too much ecstasy, just an ecstasy. Be careful. Esports squirrels, esports, what's that say? Esports squirrels, esports elansters? I don't fucking know, maybe it's a different language. Down here in the bottom left, in the blue, it's not a barcode. What's the opposite of a bundle of sticks, guys? What's the opposite of a barcode? I don't know. This guy's been like, I think, therefore I am. I am not simply a robot. You can't fucking scan me with your QR scanner. And Ecstasy looks like he's up to some dirty strategies. For those who want to get replays in, there is, of course, as always, we announce the new challenge every week. And the challenge is Scorched Earth. So if you want to get your replays in for next week's cast, avoid fighting front on, burn your enemy's base down instead. I want you guys to try and do everything you can to force a base trade, to win with a base trade. Now there's many ways you can do that. Not every game has to be a complete base trade. As always, we're very flexible on topics. People always send me so many questions every week. What if I do this? If I play team games and it's down and dirty, what if combined we have more than 35 workers? Is it okay if I do this? It's an air challenge where you're meant to win with flying units, but am I allowed to build 2 ground units before I build flying units? So there's a blanket rule so that I don't have to play judge and adjudicator of everything. It's use your own brain. Everything is flexible and adjustable as long as you're not blatantly breaking the rules when you don't need to. Like if we're casting replays and someone accidentally goes up to 39 workers for a minute, I don't give a fuck. If the game is exciting and action-packed, especially in a long game, there's a high chance of that happening. Someone loses track of their workers, accidentally goes above. If they're above it the whole game, that's a different story, right? So, someone in chat says, oh, can you build mules? Of course, they're not workers. Use your own brain. That's it. Like, there's always people who are like, it's like, I don't know, man. What are you going to do? You think I'm going to sit here checking how many SCVs and how many mules there are every game? The whole point is if the game is fun, the game is fun, guys. It's flexible. It's adjustable. So just use your own thinking, and just remember, the more entertaining the game is, probably the more flexible we're going to be. So even if you're like, oh, this is kind of a borderline case, but the game is a true, unique gem, shit show craziness, there's a higher chance it'll still get in. Maybe take the risk and still go ahead. Give it a go. That being said, I'm not encouraging people to break the challenge and send in pieces of shit replays, because no offense, guys, but we get enough of those already. Now, what's cool about this proxy, guys, is what we call a distraction hatch. Actually, nice Reaper scout, but he's going to go swarm hosts. Infestation pit, isn't he? That's a swarm host outpost, isn't it? Come on in, Ecstasy, show me. Yes, he's going to do it. I was like, this is so dumb if this is just a distraction to freak him out, and then he goes muters. But he's going to try to build swarm host down here and siege his natural and main and just kind of siege him in. So in Ecstasy, I said, look, there's not a lot you can do with 35 workers, but let's fucking siege him up right now, guys. He's going to do some full-on just psychopath shit. He's going to hedge him in. He's going to go full Roman style. He's going to dig a trench of spines and spores out here, and he's going to start launching fucking artillery in from the swarm hosts. I'm very excited. Transfuse! Oh yeah, get out of here, you dickhead. Oh, the Cyclone wants it so bad and he gets it. Well done, man. This not a barcode player actually has some sick micro. And you know what? I think he's playing so safe. He's going Banshees, tanks. He's got 2 bunkers. Genius play from this Terran. What I worry about is, wait, there's a fucking infestor on the way. What the fuck are you building infestors for? All right, this Zerg may actually be a complete fucking joker, guys. What is he doing? What's he... Okay, I also don't think 2 Cyclones is necessarily the right call, but hey, actually, they do some pretty good damage from out of range there. They're very mobile, if you mind. What? Why are we building infestors? the fuck are we even thinking here? This makes, what? I was like, it makes so much sense. You're going to get artillery. Instead, going infestors. So for those who don't know, sticking with that whole Roman analogy that we like so much, building infestors is like shipping in some of the fucking kids of the rich senators. You know, and you like give them, oh, you get to be commander of the something or other, you know? And it's just for the political connections. You just want the favor from his dad. These infestors aren't going to do shit. What the fuck are they even meant to? I guess if Marines stim down at some point, they'll have a lot of energy backed up. Finally, actually getting some real fucking artillery officers here, which will be nice. Tank is up. 2 Cyclones and a Reaper going to do a good job. We got Marines, we got the Banshee there. We got lots of units coming in from all sides. Now, I love this. The spines just say, okay, all right, we'll just pull back a little. That's all right. Still on 21 workers on one base. Got a Spore at home. We got a Spore on the front? No, just 3 Queens and an Overseer, though. Oh. Man, I honestly, I think Not a Barcode has probably played the most flawless game here. But there is one thing to take into account. It's being so afraid of the bust. Building so many bunkers. There's still only 1 barracks, or 2 barracks, 1 factory, 1 tech, 1 starport, guys. First Locust Wave does not achieve a lot. Okay, he's going to try and push out. So the thing is, he doesn't have a lot of production, and oh my god! It worked! I take back everything I said. I was thinking they were just useless, rich dudes, kids. But they turned out they were actually training their whole life with the fucking sword and the bow and the horse, studying military tactics, because they just destroyed every Marine he spent this whole game building up. The Banshees and Cyclones got double fungled. They're now getting repaired. That Tank's mighty exposed. There's Locusts here. Oh no. And like I said, guys, there's not a lot of production. He spent so much on his defense. He's got a big economic advantage. He needs more barracks. And he's only just starting stim now. No shields, no +1 attack. No stim yet. The Marines need to get in those bunkers right now, mate. Oh no, the tank's vulnerable, mate. I think the tank and the Cyclone are both going to go down. The infestors run forward, give the finger to the Cyclone, and then walk away. Oh, last shot takes out the Cyclone. All the complexity has just been removed. 3rd barracks is now on the way. You've still got this great income advantage. I almost feel, though, as the Terran, you should stop SCV production here. Just build as many Marines as you can. Try to get up like an attack upgrade. Oh no. No, that Banshee. Oh, that was a lot of damage just gone like that. And I mean, he's got, you know, double the income the whole time, but takes a really bad fight down the ramp. And now look at that unit's loss tab. More than 4 times efficient is the Zerg, and he's just built all these swarm hosts, which are a renewable resource. It's kind of like having an extra base mining this whole time. Oh man, okay, this is not the best Locust Wave, to be honest. They kill like 3 Marines, a bunker, and damage some depots. And building bunkers to buy time, this is a great idea. Got to buy time for stim. I'd love to see an eBay upgrade come in. Dude, you know there's infestors out there. How do you think this is a good idea? Okay, he spreads them a little, but that's still a big fungal. And oh man, Not a Barcode, unfortunately, is indeed, he definitely can't call himself Not a Boner, because he just got a boner then. He definitely tried to click with his dick down that ramp and does get punished for it. Gotta slow it down, mate. Gotta slow it down. There's drones are still mining here. It's only 25 workers. Oh! Okay, that fungal not as big. Not as big. And I would like to see these Locusts actually hit the mineral line a bit more. Oh, he's gonna get the tank. Gets the tank. The depots are burning. How can you stim while the depot's burning? The Marines are gonna run down the ramp, as will the SCVs. They're actually gonna start to gun their way through this. There's no... Oh, there's almost fungal energy. But if these Queens go down... Oh man, I mean, the thing is, he's cleared all the spines, but the Queens are up there. They're fighting the SCVs. And look at this, one big fungal. One fungal to rule them all. Let's go! Oh my god! Oh! Guys, could I please just do a quick shout out to those of you who do go above and beyond. If you watch a lot of this channel and you do enjoy the content, please do consider supporting directly. If you're having a hard time, don't ever feel any pressure to. But if you can afford it, you enjoy a lot of content, please, we do a pay what you think it's worth method. And right now I am in need of a pair of new underwear. So if you could support, if you're on YouTube, please click the link below for the Patreon. And everything will go towards me changing my underwear after that fungal growth. Because right now I'm a little bit uncomfortable. Thank you very much for the support, guys. Let's go back to watching this absolute butchering I don't know if there's any defense at home for an Ecstasy, and isn't really able to bust through just yet. So, I mean, how do you stop the Marines and the tanks? An Ecstasy may actually just lose everything here. It's trying to build a Nidus to reinforce the home, but it's not going to be ready in time. It's drones and a Queen. And those are Stim Marines. Yeah, he just runs. Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. Slow Zerglings coming out. They will slightly damage a siege tank. The Locusts break the natural, though. And you know what? A lot of drones do get out, guys. The Nidus Worm's going to go down. Good focusing. So Not a Barcode still has a chance. They've still got a command center there, command center here. Especially if it can float one of these CCs over there and start just dropping mills. Every Marine is sacred at this point. And the Swarmos in of themselves can't really force a good engagement. Oh, rebuilding the infestation pit. Nice. But it's all about the fungal. Every time he tries to stim in and do damage after deflecting a locust wave, it's the fungal that's been the punishing force in this game. So Not a Barcode really has to play dodge the fungal growth, don't let that land, and a big thanks. Oh, Jesus Christ. How are we doing, Just Johnson? Hope that is treating you well. Oh my God! That's goodbye production. Goodbye. I heard you like building tanks and Marines, mate. Not anymore. I mean, shields and stim is done, so that's a thing. Imagine if like +1 attack though was done though. That'd be great. Look at this. He stims forward after the locust waves to be like, haha, he's really got to repair. And these guys come in from the right-hand side. Oh no. No! Oh, the chain fungal. And he's still got like 1-2 fungals left. Soon to be extra ones coming in. Oh no, and look at that. He's coming over. Drop the creep. Drop trousers, Overlord. Drop trousers. The Overlord's like, I don't need to poo yet, sir. I don't need to. Please, poo. Quickly, block it. Oh, an Ecstasy, a nervous pooper, that Overlord. Misses the opportunity to block that command center. Jesus Christ. What kind of a sad excuse of an Overlord can't just poop on command? Train yourself. It's like 50% of your function as an Overlord is to poo on things. Oh, I already went before. Well, don't go before a battle, you idiot. This Overlord disappoints me. Shame! Shame, you semi-robotic... Actually, this is a full robot one. This is a simulant one, isn't it? This isn't even the Cerberus one. This is the simulant one. Maybe that's why it can't poo. Fair enough. People in chat are pointing out the lair died. Well, I guess he can't poo then. Fair enough. Well played by an Ecstasy, by the way, guys. I'm going to actually go back. We're going to both quit this replay, and then I'm going to reload it so I can see the MMR. I wonder if an Ecstasy was the lower MMR player in that game. Oh, he was. That was a 620 MMR deficit in that game. Oh, well, that's a build order to make up for a 620 MMR deficit. I'm tired of this bullshit, says Not a Barcode. That was a 620 MMR upwards punch with that absolutely ridiculous, silly build. GG's. Of course, this is one of those ones you look at it, you're like, what should the Terran have even done? I know there's someone who's going to say it in chat or in the YouTube comments. This is one of those scenarios where your opponent's build is so silly that there is a whole section of things that it just dies to. So here, listen, check this out. If you as the Terran disrespect the push, part of the reason you can do this is if you see, oh, he's just building spines, but they're really far away, and I'm going to pull back to my main anyway. Or you see the lair. Either way, you know nothing's hitting you right away. You've got time. What you do, you still put your factory on the reactor. You build 2 Hellions. And then you drive them into their base with the Reaper. And now this is the really hard part, because they have a Queen, 23 drones, and nothing else in the main base. You have to then shift-click on the drones, and you'll kill every drone in the main base and win the game with your first 2 Hellions. Oh, but if he sees it coming, he could do what? What could he do? You think he's going to build slow Zerglings on one base? The whole point of the build is it's predicated on him going, whoa, a proxy hatch. Build bunkers and Marines and tanks and wall yourself in. Even a well-microed Reaper on the other side of the map can kind of go, let's shift-click 2 drones, run away once we get weak, and you can keep going back in and just killing drones. The Queen can't defend a mineral line on its own. They've got nothing. Even a Cloaked Banshee getting over there, that spore was very late. in the main base, you're going to ruin them. So just, it builds like this are really fun, guys. They're really great to do. I throw them out of my Star-Lord account all the time. They're usually there's a big coin flip or dice roll element where there's a big area of weakness which you're exposing yourself to, and you're kind of trying to go oogie boogie and hope the opponent doesn't take advantage or realize that weakness. And this is why if your opponent's doing super fucking dirty weird plays, there's an art form to figuring out when it's like, wait a second, this isn't just Ravagers and Lings running in where I need to turtle up. Like normally 90% of the time when that Terran did, perfect response. But yeah, you just kind of learn to go, wait a second, this is not the normal one. And then you can kind of chill out and go from there. The other thing is if the barcode player did get that second and third barracks up a little bit earlier, would have been good. Likewise, last but not least, don't build the best defensive position of bunkers, tanks, and cyclones of all time, and then A-move all your units down your ramp in a clump into the first fungal. Because that was where all momentum was lost. And then suddenly the locusts are doing damage, and he kept stimming into fungals. If he stayed up the ramp, I think he still could have held on there. Nonetheless, though, an awesome build from an Ecstasy. A massive amount of MMR must have been gained that game. That was bloody sick. Thank you everyone for the support. And thank you those for helping me with my undies. Catch you in the next one.